Welcome back. If Burnley are to outdo Spurs in this season's Coca-Cola Cup, one suspects they must make home advantage really count tonight. 14 goals in their previous 4 games at Turf Moor. The commentator is Alistair Mann.
Jimmy Mullen's only doubt was the centre-half Steve Davis, but a late fitness test sees Davis continue his successful partnership with John Pender at the back. The midfield has an attacking feel, with John Francis and David Ayres offering width, while up front Adrian Heath, last season leading scorer here at Turf Moor, partners the man they nicknamed the Rooster, Kevin Russell. Russell, scorer of that incredible first goal in the last round here at Turf Moor, when he chipped Preston keeper Callum O'Hanlon, while O'Hanlon was still backpedalling after handling outside his area. Spurs, meanwhile, give a debut to 17-year-old Stephen Carr, an Ayr Youth International, who slots in at full-back to replace the injured Dean Austin. Austin broke an ankle at home to Oldham on Saturday. The diamond midfield structure, so favoured by Ozzy Ardiles, provides the ammunition for Gordon Jory and the prolific Teddy Sheringham up front. Sheringham, 8 goals already this season. Spurs have only scored 12 in total. The referee is Sheffield's Brian Coddington, a local government officer in his 3rd season on the referees list. It's 11 years since Burnley got past the 2nd round. That year they got to the semis, defeating of all teams Spurs along the way, incredibly 4-1 at White Hart Lane. And already the Burnley voices in good chorus. An early touch for Andy Farrell, with the hands at least. Incredible noise being generated. You can tell the excitement for which the whole of Burnley have been relishing the prospect of tonight's game. And here's Gordon Jory though for Spurs. Very optimistic attempt. And an early field for Marlon Beresford. Osvaldo Ardiles knows that although on paper it should be easy with 2 legs, there's no such thing as easy in the cup. Colin Calderwood. And I think Spurs' first job of the night will be to try and quieten this fervent support that the Burnley team is getting. But at the moment, it's Burnley in the ascendancy. Here's Russell. Still. Tries one! Always rising. Always lifting. And Walker just watched it go by. Rooster, they chant. He loves to have a go. Unmistakable figure of Kevin Russell. And that will have given him some confidence. Smile on the face. Deary. Ayres. Pulling away to the left is Randall. Surely that's where the ball's going to have to go. Here is Randall. Thompson's peeling away to the left side. Randall goes inside. Heath. Randall opens up. Good shot! Oh, and Walker was there with the legs. The ricochet off Mabbott. This was a real opportunity. Lovely little ball from Adrian Heath. It opened up, and Mabbott's deflection nearly took it goalwards. Good save that from Walker. Randall, who moved away to the left, and then peeled inside to the right and got a lovely ball from Adrian Heath. Asking a lot of Adrian Heath. Here's Russell. Gets on the end. Adrian Heath is the only target. Adrian Heath with a header! And it just goes by the left-hand post. Warm applause. Disappointment for Jimmy Mullen. But delight from the Burnley fans who have seen a marvellous start from their team. Suddenly, Kevin Russell just found himself with a bit of time, picked out Adrian Heath, and a lovely guided header which almost found the corner. And again Tottenham forced to go backwards in order to go forwards. Here's Calderwood. Leaves it for Anderton. Sheringham the only option. Will have to go backwards again. Carr. Samways. Heath comes to hustle him. Burnley win the ball. Here's Randall. Good ball. Francis lost control of it, then wins it back. Adrian Heath, here's Heath. Great tackle from Colin Calderwood. Super defending that. Adrian Heath just had a little breathing space there. But Colin Calderwood with a superbly timed challenge, clean as a whistle. And that's good defending from the ex-Swindon Town skipper. And suddenly at the other end, a real chance for Sheringham, and Beresford was there. A hopeful ball forward, a little hesitation, and suddenly Sheringham was in the clear, but Beresford was very decisive on the edge of his own box. And the danger passes. Abbott. Calderwood. My goodness, a bit of room for someone. Calderwood has it. Will he use it? Does do. Here's Sheringham. Sedgley the furthest man forward. Gazelle coming as well. And a good defensive header. Or at least he put him off. Well, it seemed to come off the head of John Deary, that, I must confess, but maybe the replay will prove me wrong. Yeah, it was Deary, but it's a goal kick. Good defending though from Deary. Deserved that bit of luck maybe. Good header from Carr. Russell. Adrian Heath. Randall. Francis to the right. Opportunities here. Here's Francis. All the way. Straight into Walker's midriff. Holds up his hand and apologises. He had options there, John Francis. Went for glory. Cut inside. Went himself. Good positioning from Walker. And maybe the Spurs bench will be happy to go in goalless at half-time. Russell. Thompson to the left. Russell uses him by not using him, if you like. And goes the other way. In by Davis. Interception was made by Calderwood, who just got caught by Deary. But here come Tottenham. Jury. Away to the right is Sheringham. Jury and Anderson in the middle. Sheringham goes alone, tries a curler. Oh! The inside of the post. Well, I thought it had gone in. The Spurs fans thought it had gone in. Beresford was beaten, thought it had gone in. Control with the right. And the bender with the left. Beat the keeper, but not the post. And that could have bounced anywhere. Sheringham unlucky not to have goal number 9 of the season. Here's Anderson. Francis coming away. Russell's peeled away to the right. Heath in the middle, and oh, well, Walker's there. Read the danger. Francis came storming through. That was the right ball, but Walker judged it beautifully. Sedgley tumbles to the ground. Free kick to Tottenham. Right on half-time. In fact, we're into injury time now. Free kick to Spurs, though. Cleared by Deary at the second attempt. Almost breaks for Sheringham. Beresford was decisive. Maybe got a little bit of help from Davis. The ball got tangled up in the Burnley defence's feet, really. Ricochet off Thompson. Sheringham came in. Davis and Beresford between them cleared. Anderson issuing the secret instructions, gesturing corner to the far post maybe. Away though, confidently by David Ayres. Anderson with a second chance. 3rd minute of stoppage time. The ball hoofed into the stadium, and that is enough. Well, it's been a full-blooded first half. Osvaldo Ardiles will be delighted to go in at goalless, but it could have been all so different had Sheringham bender not been denied by the inside of the post, with Beresford beaten. Mind you, having said that, Beresford's opposite number, Ian Walker, was forced to make a super save with the feet, and that's the reason that we have this half-time scoreline. Despite all the efforts, it's goalless. Well, talk about home sweet home. Burnley have a 100% home record, success record I should say here. 16 goals in 5 successful games. Certainly a marked contrast to their away form. 4 straight league defeats. I think they'll be looking to find a substantial home win here at home to Tottenham to take to White Hart Lane. Well, I wonder what Ozzy said. I think he learnt quite a lot from his experience with West Brom last season when they came here and were defeated. Samways. Looking for Sheringham. Good header that from Pender. You always look to your skipper to provide a degree of calm, and that's an example of just what he can do. Russell up with Mabbott. Mabbott the higher. Randall. Farrell. Russell peels away. Heath. Russell. Offside. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. No. Well, maybe Russell didn't hear the whistle go, but the linesman, who was very decisive in the first half, was instantly up with his flag for the first decision of the second half. Yeah, I agree with him. Mind you, Russell's finish was pretty cultured after it, wasn't it? Well, it's almost as if the Burnley fans have got some sort of printed songbook, isn't it? They're rolling out the songs tonight. They'll be rolling out the barrel if they can just get themselves a first leg lead. Here's Samways, hoping to spoil the party. Now then, Adrian Randall only has Russell to support him. And streaming back at the Spurs players. Russell trying to keep the move alive. Here's Heath, real chance! Oh, good tackle, great tackle. Gary Mabbott with a brilliant tackle. And he's applauded by his goalkeeper, he's applauded by his manager, and years of experience. How many times have we seen challenges like that result in a penalty? That was clean as a whistle from Gary Mabbott. Jimmy Mullen couldn't have asked for any more from his team, and he doesn't need to ask any more of his fans. They are doing the business for him tonight. And there they are, in their thousands. Samways. Gazelle. And again. Loose though. Francis trying to make something of it. Mabbott. Campbell. Good turn. Here's Sol Campbell. Stretching the legs. Good header. Away by Pender. Geary losing out. Jury trying a long range effort. And there was Beresford down to his left. Ardiles and Perryman off the bench. They thought that might have crept in from Gordon Jury. But Beresford is a superb keeper. He wasn't going to be beaten from that range. Russell. Good header. Francis will chase. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Calderwood's come across. Good challenge. There has been some pretty superb defending here tonight. When Mabbott was out of position before, Calderwood covered, and here he was again. But it's a corner, of course. And David Ayres will in-swing it. Up towards Pender. Super header that cleared from Calderwood. Sorry, it was Mabbott in fact. Pender back in again. Francis. No offside. He tried to bring it down. Booted away to safety by Carr. And maybe Burnley have a long throw set piece routine. Certainly the big men have stayed up there. And Thompson goes short. Ayres. Thompson. Pender. Davis. Shot from Heath. Always rising. Well, Adrian Heath sniffing around for another goal. He's only got one this year, hoping for number 2. $16,876 in Turf Moor tonight. I think one of the biggest crowds of the season anywhere outside of the Premier Division. Corner. Francis hustling and bustling and forcing a corner. John Pender is coming from the back and has signalled that he wants the ball. Can David Ayres find him? Here is Pender! Straight to the goalkeeper. Well, David Ayres picked him out. Set piece routine, perfectly worked. Couldn't find the angle though. Anderton looks for Sheringham. Pender's back there defending. He's been caught though. Sheringham, good save. Second attempt from Beresford. Rich applause. That was a good save. Sheringham just suddenly found himself in the clear. Made the best of Pender, who was still coming back from the corner, remember. And that was a fine save. And at the second attempt. Now then, here's Adrian Heath. Almost finding a way through. And once again, Gary Mabbott with a brilliant challenge. That's the second challenge he's made that have been vital for his side. Time to perfection. Adrian Heath denied both times. Randall, Russell. Still Russell. Russell still. Oh dear, just dragged it with his left foot wide. But if it's a game that will belong to the defenders, one such defender who's been outstanding tonight has been Gary Mabbott. Look at this challenge. Perfect that. No question of a penalty. Great defending. Captain's example from a man with 11 years at Tottenham Hotspur. Another candidate for the Captain Marvel tag, I would think. Here's Campbell. Gazelle. Samways. Dury. Calderwood. Again, Burnley forcing Tottenham to go backwards. Adrian Heath, an ever-willing defender. Mabbott. Sedgley. It's certainly going to take someone like Mabbott to support the attack, to add the extra man. And here is Mabbott. Leaves it now for Sheringham. Oh dear. Well, you'd have backed him, wouldn't you? You really would have backed him to put that one away. Samways, Dazelle, Mabbott had supported, Dominic, and Sheringham. Well, credit to the defender, I suppose, for putting him off. Andy Farrell. Randall, Deary, Ayres. Just forced a little bit too wide, and instantly Heath and Russell in the middle, their heads dropped. Deary. Real chance for Randall. Good defending from Campbell. Pender to keep the move alive. Oh dear, that's a disappointing ball forward from the skipper. A minute of stoppage time almost up, and that is all that will be added on a night when Jimmy Mullen's men will have been denied only by some brilliant defending, Premiership defending from the skipper, Gary Mabbott in particular, who on 2 occasions denied Adrian Heath. Heath, who, ever willing, tried to provide that missing link, the goal. And we have a scoreline of Burnley 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Even Steven at the end of the first leg.
Well, I think before the game you're thinking, oh, let's make sure we're in the tie the second leg. But we've had a couple of half chances tonight, and we made a couple of great last-ditch tackles. And there was one second half where I thought I could hit it earlier, and I've had another touch, and you don't get that much time against top-class opposition, and apart from that, you know, I thought we acquitted ourselves very well against the quality side.
I know Adrian very well, and he's very sharp in and around the box. It's good when you come out to play players like Hinton. He's done very well over the years, and he's still looking very sharp, so I was pleased tonight he didn't score.
Well, there was a right buzz around Turf